Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and like mentioned, mini content is coming, and this is Mrs S's Mini, the Nightfire Red and black roof car that Whiteland Restoration very kindly, in a weekend, literally turned it around just over 2 days, painted for us. So, in the last episode, we got the sound ending in. We had a really great sponsor from Dodo Mat, which we still have some bits and pieces left. We haven't finished as we put interior back in or add bits and pieces in. So there is a link in the description below for them. So use the discount code and go and check them out. Really good stuff. If you're doing a camper conversion, ideally perfect. Or if you're just putting a classic car together and you want to make it better, go check them out. So in this episode, we're going to film bits and pieces, probably not too much work. Me and Mrs S are just going to crack on, and we're going to start getting some bits and pieces put on the car, which brings me to the bits and pieces. So obviously we can appreciate the beautiful car, but right here, Mrs S has been shopping. We've got a black headliner kit here. We have the wiring loom here, brand spanking new. These are some auto sparks, absolutely great. They make it to OEM quality, and this should be, fingers crossed, the correct one for the car. There is another small loom, which Mrs S has already opened up, which is for the back where it all connects up. So, without further ado, let's just get stuck into it. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. What would you do to this car putting it together? How would you like it to look? Would you go really modern with it, or would you go old school with it? Just interested to know, drop in the comments. Right, let's get to it. The main part, the back part of the loom's in now, so we got our rear lights here. That's for the rear lamp, and then we've got another earth to plug in. That's your fuel tank, obviously goes up into the car now, and that's the other side of the lights. You can see up there, heated window, and then it all disappears up there. Pretty tricky job. I struggle to do it sometimes because I've got quite fat fingers, but Mrs S has managed to drop it straight through, and she's managed to get it fed all the way through nicely. And now that will go off into the engine bay. This is the courtesy light for the other side, goes over there, and obviously that's the one for this side. Get in there. One thing we like to do is just date when we put the headliner in and stuff like that. We did it on the Budget Club one. Bit personal, but yeah. Right, let's get some other bits in. So this is the original headliner. It's like a grey colour. You can see how many years it's had different resprays and stuff like that. So Mrs S has gone for black, which is going to look quite cool. Nice contrast. Keep it all looking quite classy inside. Me, myself, I'm a bit on the fence with black headliners. What do you all think? Drop in the comments. It does look really nice, this headliner, to be fair, so it'd be good to see it in. But the main reason we left this one as it was to keep all these rods in order, because they are colour coded and there's a sequence that you put them in. So we'll flip it over in a bit. I just thought I'd show you the difference. So this is another good kit that you can buy from Minimine. So this is like your bulkhead plates or your master and sit on it. You've got your foam gasket, goes between the body and that, so that sits up on there. And then you got, that's for your clutch. And then obviously ours has a servo, so the servo rod comes up through one of these. But you can buy these in all different kits, comes with all the hardware and everything to go with it. So why don't you use your discount code? It's on the screen now. 10% off when you spend £15 or more on our eBay store, and grab yourself a little kit. Nicely powder coated. Let's get it on. So we're going as far as we are for now with the wiring loom, but it's all in place, so you can kind of work it out. That's where your fuse box goes. You got a relay up there, you got your wiper motor, your wire into your indicator there, and then you got your loom running around here. You got all your servo bits and pieces, all your lights, your washer bottle, brake warning sensor on top of the servo. Then you got your earth mount that needs to go into there. Yeah, it's all there. That I've just mounted in purely because I wanted to put something else on the car. And to demonstrate, you can buy that kit from Minimine, so go and check that out on the eBay shop. But obviously our servo will go in there, and you won't see any of this. The servo will go in after the engine's in. But we're getting there. All this bulkhead plate's buttoned up and in, and all the wiring's in there. It's looking good. So this is the end of quite a productive day. Obviously we'll do a bit more. Headlight ring buckets are in, rings are on, all the loom, like you said, is in. It's getting there. Mrs S has gone even further on the inside, so we've laid the underlay. We're going to pull this up. I mainly put that in because I need to drill the holes, because obviously it's a new floor for the ashtray. All inside's coming together. Obviously we'll get the dash and everything in. Steering wheel, Mrs S has got plans for a different one. We have got a nice leather motor leader maybe, or she might get a wood rim one. But all the back, this is all the original interior to the car, all being very, very nicely wet vacked. And it's come together lovely. These are addition Mrs S has added. So these are the wheel arch covers, bit of a red stitching, so it kind of matches everything. All of this is back in. And it does look really, really nice in here now. That we've just left. Obviously there's loads of creases in it, but as we left it and keep pulling it a bit tighter, it's getting them out, because obviously it's folded up in the packet. But what do you all think? At the back, we got this on. So again, this is a mini flame originally. It had black door handles, so I think the black, sure you agree, looks really good as a contrast on the red. But we're getting there. Look how cool that looks. So I'll catch you again. Well, I'll put the rest of it into the video, but we'll get there with it. What can we get done in the next episode? Probably get the rest of the carpet probably in. Might be able to get the binnacle in. Hopefully some lights if we've got some lights, and we'll go from there. This is fun. I like it, this bit. Putting the bits and pieces back on. Honestly, this paint, Lewis knocks it out of the park. It's such a lovely colour. Oh, obviously Mrs S chose it. But yeah, we're getting there. Oh yeah, side repeaters on, I don't ever mention that. We just wanted to put some colour on it, so look at this. Getting there. Catch you in a bit. And we're back again for day 2. So this is obviously for you guys seconds later, for us a few weeks later. First thing you notice, this is the original badge to the car. So it's not perfect, a little dink in it there, but it looks right for the car, and obviously the car isn't original at all. It should have a white roof and should be flame red. It's dark red with a black roof, but we thought it's a cool badge, bit of a nod to its originality. Not that there is any left. Interior wise, we are still cracking on. So Mrs S has actually started to put the headliner actually properly in now, so she's starting to tighten it all up at the back. So all the back, that corner's done, so you can get up in there, and she's made a really, really good job of it. So this is all looking nice, and obviously all that side needs doing. Just put the ashtray holder back in, because obviously it had a new floor, so I didn't have the holes. So that's back in. And then we're going to work with the underlay, maybe put a few more bits of this stuff in, start getting the carpet in. I'm just about to clean and paint the handbrake, and that can go there. This camera is making this car look really bright red. It actually isn't, it's quite a dark colour. Like I say, last time we were with you, you saw the wiring going, so I won't go into telling you about that. But basically just trying to get bits out of boxes. Little bits and pieces just going on. And yeah, it's starting to look really, really quite good. So obviously the front will get pulled tight, and they will come out, them creases. But yeah, a little update for you. Like I say, this video is going to be very much an update video while Mrs S cracks on with it. And we're going from there. Oh, we fitted these as well. These are an original style washer jet. However, look at the metallic in that paint. But they have a twin jet, so they look original, or original-ish, but they've got twin jets and very good, so they're fitted. But yeah, it's looking good. We're getting there. In the engine bay, open it gently. We've got a few more grommets in places, a bit more wiring, like kind of just laid where it should be, but we pretty much did that in the last little bit you saw. But yeah, we're getting there, just trying to get stuff in. even some shiny bits going in, little stainless guard so the bonnet doesn't smash into that, the pin. We're getting there. Chassis plate, everything. Look at it, it's looking good. Right, so one question everyone's going to ask is, are we rust proofing before we put stuff back in? Yes, we definitely are. In their rear bins under the pocket liners we have, Mrs S now is just using, so in the sills here there's little drain holes, you can see that, or little holes, sorry, not drain holes, which these rubber bungs go into. So what we're doing is, before we put the carpet in, is we're just filling them up with wax. We're using the Dynex, so if Mrs S can hold the tin up quickly. The Dynex S50. I think Whiteland Restoration have used this, and quite a lot of friends have used it as well, and they said it's the best in the business, so why not? It's the car that we want to last the longest, obviously. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're just injecting everything, but I thought I'd bring you in just so, yeah, that's what we're doing. So I think that brings the update of the little 89 Mini to a close for this week. Obviously it's going to be quite a slow process. I did say all along when this car got painted it would be quite a slow rebuild. Everything needs to be cleaned and painted, everything gets put back together. Me and Mrs S don't get a lot of time together to actually work on it, and she wants to be a big part of this. It's her first car, so obviously bear with us. The next point really with this car is we're kind of doing it in like little, I guess you can call checkpoints really. So at the point we're at now, the headlining just needs finishing at the front, but we'll come back to that next week when we get another day together. We're at the point now where we need to do the next order of bits. So we've got the side glass, but we need the front and rear screens because they were absolutely battered that were on the car originally. So we want to get them really. And then we want to get the headlights and the rear lights, and then basically the whole exterior and all the glasses in the car. And that's kind of how we want to go. The wheel arches, no one's actually asked about them yet, of what's going on with them. So we sent the wheel arches to Whiteland Restoration, who did the beautiful, beautiful paint job. Please go and check them out. Their logo's here in the link down below. Who did the paintwork on it. They had the arches as well, and they're going to be the same colour as the lovely, lovely piano mirror roof, or piano coloured roof, whatever you want to call it. Which I will just tell you all now, I think it's a BMW black, but yeah, whatever. Who cares? We gave them the arches. Now the arches that I put on the car, they're not new, they're old, they've been on another car, then they put in storage, and they put in storage, and put in storage, so on and so on. There's so much moisture in them, every time primer gets put on them, or every time they try and dry them out, moisture's coming back through. So we said, call it, there's no point keep doing it, because I'm going to put them on the car and then they're going to micro blister and go horrible. So we have got another set of arches that we've sourced, which I need to very, very carefully just re-drill the holes in the arches so we can then fit them to the car and send them for paint. So I'm not actually in no rush for that, and Lewis and Leanne have been awesome just waiting for that, because they can just get them painted when they do a next batch of black stuff. But for us, they're in the way really, so I'm not rushing to do them, is what I'm trying to say, because when we start doing the suspension work, they're going to get caught, they're going to get scratched, they're going to get damaged, and once they're on, I want them to stay on really. I want to keep moving them because it's going to have chrome trim down the side. So we're not rushing, but there will be black wheel arches on the car. All the holes are drilled and stuff in the vehicle for it. You saw the video of doing the dry build. But basically, once we've done that point at the top, like I said, with all the exterior bits, we're then going to delve into the suspension and stuff like that. Because basically, once all the wiring's in, which it is in, all the lights are on and the interior's together, we can start testing electrics, which is exciting. And then we can get onto suspension, which basically needs, I wouldn't say a full overhaul, most of it's in there. But it needs, she's going on 10-inch wheels, so we need to do the 7.5 conversion. All the rear brakes need going through, all new shocks, new brake lines, which I've got all made up over there. We just need to do it. Remember to subscribe to the channel, guys, if you haven't already. I'd really, really appreciate that. Like I say, this is going to be slow rebuild, but it's going to be a nice slow burner, something a little bit different. And yeah, we are getting there with it. There is a link in the description below and a discount code on the screen for Minimine. So go and check them out on eBay. When you spend £15 or more, you get 10% off. So it's really, really handy for stuff like this, and it's going to be really, really handy for your Mini. So go and check them out, please. Right, that's me signing out. I hope you've enjoyed this little update. Like I say, bear with us. It's going to look good. It's getting there. Stuff's going back in the car, and it does look really nice. Look how plush that carpet looks. So stay tuned. How lovely it looks.